Hello and welcome to this video series on the Gimp 2.4. In this video, I'm going to briefly introduce you to editing a Photoshop image using the open source software called the Gimp. And let's go ahead and jump right on into this and open up a Photoshop image. Where are we at here? Open. Got a couple of them right here I've been messing with. Let's try that one. Just double click on it. And the thing about the Gimp and Photoshop images, or PSD images, and the Gimp equivalent is XCF, is they come in layers, which makes things a lot easier to manipulate and edit and add some pretty cool graphics to your images, like in this case a header image. And as you can see here with the layers, you've got these eyeballs off to the left. That allows you to see them, oddly enough. So if you turn off or click on the eyeball, and that's going to change the way that that particular layer appears or doesn't appear on your image. And another thing about the layers is the order in which they are in your dialog box here affects the way they show up on your particular image. So if this fitness tips, which is more than likely the text here, if this were, say, further down in this group of layers, then you may not see it at all because it could be underneath more of a solid color. Let's move it down and I'll show you what I mean. And you can do that by these arrows here. Let's move it down so you can see it's underneath this shape here, and the text obviously changed. Move it down some more, and it goes away altogether because it's underneath this layer, which is more solid. Now you can adjust these layers too by using the opacity bar here. You can see, just slide it right on by. Now I didn't adjust it a whole bunch on this particular layer, but let's try this one here. Wait, let's go back here, make that, because I was adjusting the text actually. That's kind of silly. So let's try this one and adjust it, and you can see if we're down to almost invisible or transparent, then the text starts to show through. Another cool thing you can do with manipulating the layers in a Photoshop, or as in this case, a Photoshop image. So let's move this guy right back on up where he was. And now one other thing too I wanted to mention is whenever you go to save your changed file, you would go to File. This really isn't much different than you saving it in any other program. You would find your location where you wanted to, or I'm sorry, in this case you want what you want to name your file, and if you want to keep the PSD or the Photoshop extension, or if you wanted to change it. If you want to change the extension, you may also be adjusting the quality of the image by changing the extension, so you want to keep that in mind. But you come down here to select the file type by extension and hit the plus sign, and you get a bunch of options here. And this is that XCF image that I was talking about. This way, if you're creating a GIMP image with layers, then you can save it just as you would as a PSD. It's really the same thing, only this is the GIMP version. And you've got several options here to choose from, and just go to town. And if one doesn't work for you, well, come on back and change it to another extension that will. And that's basically it, folks. A quick introduction to adjusting or manipulating or editing a PSD file while using your GIMP software. Hope you learned something. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.